Siman Ayin Vav, Bez Hashem. Siman Ayin Vav and haGuela. V'asiba liyerida hanoira hazois. The reason for this great, terrible decline, shenitpas kemat kol ador b'reshes haTzionim, that just by the 67 more, almost the entire generation became caught in the net of the Zionists. And those who are with the Zionists, the religious ones. And even the leaders of the Yidden, the Gedolim, some of the Gedolim were also caught in this net.
67?
67. And he says thousands and tens of thousands of Bnei Yisrael hatamimim, simple Jews, nichshalim lahalel u'l'shabech. They're stumbling in the sin of praising and lauding the kavod HaRishaim, to give honor to the Rishaim, to the Zionists, and being amazed at their success. So why did this happen? So he says, he says there's many reasons why this happened, even though Vayol Moshe is written earlier, before the 6 Day War, but he already saw that that's the direction it was heading. So he said, why did this happen? He says, Reishis hadimin bozeh ke'en avodah zarah. He says you can compare it, first of all, to the time of Bayis Rishon. He says, avodah zarah shahaya parts b'mei Bayis Rishon. In the time of the first temple, almost everybody worshipped avodah zarah, right? That was the Yetzer Hara of the times. Even though there were tons of true prophets at the time, the prophets of Tanakh, and there were other ones that are not mentioned in Tanakh, people who got visions from Hashem, and still, because they had a strong Yetzer Hara of Avodah Zarah, the Takif Luhut, it was powerful over them, Oz at that time, Terem should be Tlu Anshe Knesset HaGedolah, before the Anshe Knesset HaGedolah got rid of the Yetzer Hara of Avodah Zarah. Nitpas Kemat Kol Hador, almost the whole generation in the first temple times was doing this idolatry. Ad should be made Gideon. For example, he says in the time of Gideon, Gideon only found 300 people who hadn't bowed to the Baal. In Eliyahu Navi, I think it says 7,000 people. Umatzinu b'Gemara Sanhedrin Daf Kuf Beis Amud Beis Sh'Omer Manasseh l'Ravashi. The Ravashi had a dream where Manasseh came to him, Manasseh the king who was doing Avodah Zarah, and he came to Ravashi and he said, "I havas hasam, if you would have been there, havas nekitna b'shipoyle glima." You would lift up the bottoms of your back.
He was asking about cunning the challah.
Yeah, he asked him that, right? He said you lifted up the corners of your kapata.
First he asked him,
and he would have run
after
me to do Avodah Zarah. Yeah, he asked him. He said, "You're calling me your friend?" He said, "We're going to darshan about our friends, our people who are on our level." So he said, "You're calling me someone on your level?" He said, "What? Do you know what side to cut the challah from?" And Ravashi didn't know, and Manasseh knew. Basically, Manasseh knew more Torah than Ravashi. So if he was so great, why did he do it? So he said, if you would have been there, you would have also run to do Avodah Zarah. Pirush Rashi Zal Ha'isa Magbias Fas Chalukcha. You pick up the edge of your garment, Kedei Shatiya Kal Larutz, in order to run faster to do Avodah Zarah. Because that's the Yetzer Hara that was prevalent at that time. You see this unbelievable Gemara is saying even the Amoraim, the holy Amoraim, Ravashi, they wouldn't be able to be free of this Yetzer Hara if they would have lived at that time. So he says now v'achshav hu b'yitzur deminas. So nobody should be surprised. Now we have the Yetzer Hara of heresy, u'v'yoyser yitzra de'oisa taiva, and especially the Yetzer Hara of this taiva, this desire shel hamemshala k'chol hagoyim, to have a country like all the nations of the world. The Yetzer Hara is pushing this taiva with all his powers. So now there's no Avodah Zarah, but this is the the Yetzer Hara of our times. So if the Yetzer Hara of Avodah Zarah was so powerful that Rav Ashi would have been taken in, so then Kol Shekain today, imagine the people today, however great the Gedolim are, it's not a surprise that they could be caught up in this Yetzer Hara of Zionism. Ukvar higidu lanu Chazal shiflus hador shebeikvus in the Mashiach. The Chazal tell us that the generation before Mashiach comes is a very low generation. All the things about it, the Gemara in Sanhedrin says on Daf Tzadik Ches and the end of Saita. So therefore, Kal v'chomer that it could happen today.
And also with the Shishar B'Tai Tzvi, the same thing, right?
Yeah. V'kasha b'chulshas dorenu la'amoy neged koiches the Yetzer Hara. It's hard in our time, in our weak times, to stand up against the Yetzer Hara, the takiv l'hu kulihai, because it's so powerful.